everyone! Welcome to the channel Question to Cure. This is the start of a medical research series where we explore large, complicated health science topics and break them down into small, bite-sized videos for any of us to learn to think like a researcher. Let's see what we have for today.
3 of the most important things in modern life: an antibiotic, a kitchen appliance, and the machine that photographs your bones. These were all found by people who were looking for something else entirely. Not one of them was made by plan, and what saved each discovery wasn't luck. It was one specific habit, and I'll show you what it is. 1998. Alexander Fleming comes back from holiday to a lab bench he'd left in a mess. One of his bacterial dishes has gone moldy, contaminated, ruined. Now, the correct thing to do with a contaminated dish, the thing you are taught to do, the thing any sensible person does, is throw it in the bin and start again. But Fleming noticed something. Around the mold, in a clean ring, the bacteria were dead. Something was leaking out of that fungus and killing them. That something became penicillin. It has since saved somewhere in the order of hundreds of millions of lives. His discovery wasn't the mold. Mold lands in dishes constantly in every lab, every week. His discovery was refusing to throw the dish away. Now we're in the 1940s. Percy Spencer is an engineer working on radar equipment, magnetrons, the tubes that generate microwaves, military work, nothing to do with food. He is standing near a running magnetron one day and notices that the chocolate bar in his pocket has melted. And here's the thing. Everyone standing near those machines presumably had warm pockets. It's a mildly annoying detail of the job. But Spencer asked, why? Then he did the thing that makes him a scientist rather than a guy with ruined trousers. He tested it. He put popcorn kernels near the magnetron, and they popped. Then an egg, which exploded. Your microwave exists because a man took his melted chocolate seriously. 1895. Willem Wrongton is running experiments with a vacuum tube in a darkened room studying cathode rays. He has the tube covered with heavy black cardboard, and across the room, a screen coated in a fluorescent chemical starts to glow. That should be impossible. Whatever is escaping that covered tube is passing straight through the cardboard, through the air, and landing on the screen. He spent the next weeks obsessively chasing it. He put objects in the way, wood, metal, and eventually he asked his wife to put her hand between the tube and a photographic plate. The image that came back showed the bones of her living hand and the ring on her finger, which is said to have found it horrifying. He found X-rays. He hadn't been looking for them. He didn't know what they were called, which is why he called them X. So look at the shape of all three. In every cause, a result that didn't fit the plan, a ruined dish, a melted snack, a glow that shouldn't be there. And in every case, the ordinary response was available and reasonable. Throw the dish away, blame the equipment, assume you've made a mistake, and run it again properly. That's not stupidity, actually. Most anomalies genuinely are mistakes. A contaminated sample, a loose wire, a misread number. Scientists spend a huge amount of time correctly ignoring weird results. What these three did was treat the anomaly as the experiment. They stopped the work they were doing and chased the thing that made no sense. There's a line often attributed to Isaac Asimov, and whether or not he actually said it, it's actually right. The most exciting phrase in science isn't eureka, it's that's funny. Because eureka means the world matched your expectations, but that's funny means it didn't. And that's the only moment you ever learn something you didn't already know. An unexpected result isn't a failed experiment, it's a new hypothesis arriving early and unannounced.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out the rest of the series linked in the description below. Bye!